Jennifer is one of the last people left in the office on a Friday night. She's about to catch a flight to New York for the long weekend to visit her ex-fiancé for Valentine's Day. So she writes him an email before leaving. Not wanting to miss her flight, she grabs some candy and heads out. At the same time, Guy is also getting ready to leave work. They both end up waiting for the elevator together. Jennifer from the 49th floor, and Guy joins in on the 42nd. He immediately starts chatting and joking with her, but she doesn't seem too interested in talking. Guy points out an etching on the wall when suddenly the elevator stops. He tries the keys and the alarm button, but nothing works, even though the lights are still on. He attempts to open the doors, but fails. They wave at the working security camera, yet no one responds. To make matters worse, neither of their phones has a signal since they're 4 floors underground. Jennifer starts to panic, worrying about missing her flight and wondering where building security is. 15 minutes later, they're still banging on the door and shouting for help, but no one hears them. Guy suggests checking for an escape hatch, so Jennifer awkwardly climbs onto his shoulders to inspect the ceiling. She hurts her hand trying to open it, so he helps her down. An hour passes, and Jennifer realizes she'll never make her flight. Guy keeps joking to lighten the mood, but she's too frustrated and starts cursing everything. Eventually, they formally introduce themselves and continue chatting. When Jennifer runs out of water, Guy offers his bottle, joking that they should open the wine he happens to have with him instead. They laugh when they both realize they have bottle openers in their bags. They don't open the wine, but she accepts his water and shares some of her candy in return, though she suggests saving it in case they're stuck until Tuesday. For hours later, Jennifer becomes desperate to pee, but is too embarrassed to do it in front of him. Guy tells her to go in a corner and use his coat, but she refuses. Then he suggests she use her thermos. She makes him close his eyes and cover his ears while singing loudly, and she finally relieves herself. Afterward, she adds to the drawings on the elevator wall. Time passes, and they start playing games and talking more personally. Guy admits that he doesn't have anyone who'd worry about him. He's too obsessed with work. Jennifer relates, saying she's the same. She explains she was planning to surprise someone in New York, but doubts he even wanted her to come. Guy decides it's time to open the wine. They drink to not being dead yet. As the night goes on, they draw each other and grow closer. Guy confesses that he's seen her before around the office, but didn't say anything earlier because he didn't want to seem creepy. She laughs it off, not taking it badly. They show each other their drawings. Hers is humorous. His is more serious. Jennifer apologizes, takes a photo of his sketch, and says she'll make it her profile picture if they survive. Later, hunger sets in. To distract themselves, they start talking about random topics. Jennifer jokingly chooses making love as the next topic. She points her camera at him and asks about the dirtiest place he's ever done it. When he hesitates, she shares her own story about an ex-boyfriend in college and a night in the library. When it's Guy's turn, he says he doesn't have anything interesting, but she tells him to make one up. He tells a story about a woman at a work picnic who got drunk and started undressing in his car while he was driving. He becomes awkward again, admitting it made him uncomfortable. He apologizes, thinking he crossed a line, but Jennifer says it's fine. Then, in an impulsive moment, he kisses her. They begin undressing and make love in the elevator. Afterward, Guy says he could fall in love with her, but Jennifer steps back. She tells him she wants to get back with her ex, the reason she was flying to New York in the first place. She says that while what happened between them was fun, it should stay casual because what she has with her ex is real. Guy insists that her ex doesn't deserve her and that they share a real connection. Jennifer gets angry, saying she still loves her ex and that once they're rescued, they'll go back to their own lives. Guy becomes emotional, crying that he feels alone even though they're trapped together. Then something shifts in him. Jennifer senses the change immediately. Guy begins revealing the truth. He lied about who he was. He admits he doesn't work where he claimed and that his name isn't real. He shows her photos on his phone, security camera shots of her taken over time, including one of her entering the elevator that very night. Jennifer is terrified. He tells her he's actually the building's security guard and grows angry, saying that no one ever notices people like him. He reminds her that she's seen him before at the front desk, but she never paid attention. He says he knows her better than her ex ever could, and that everything that happened tonight was planned. Then he pulls out a key and unlocks the elevator. Jennifer is shocked by what he's done and threatens to call the police, telling him he'll rot in jail. Enraged, he grabs her, and a struggle breaks out. During the fight, Jennifer kicks and accidentally snaps the elevator key. They continue fighting until she knocks him out with her shoe. Terrified that she may have killed him, Jennifer cautiously approaches, but he suddenly jumps up and attacks her again, knocking her down. Both eventually fall unconscious. When Jennifer wakes, she finds him already awake. She demands to know why he did this. He calmly explains that he wanted to isolate her so they could connect on a human level. According to him, they didn't just have a date, they had an entire relationship during their weekend trap together. Jennifer insists he won't get away with it. Certain someone will come for them. That's when she learns the horrifying truth. He took all the shifts that weekend. No one else will be in the building until Tuesday. When she asks what he plans to do, he replies that he'd rather kill her than go back to prison. He claims he never forced her to do anything, but Jennifer yells that he kidnapped her, sending him into a rage. Once he calms down, he opens the gift Jennifer had bought for her ex-fiancé, a shirt in a small box. He puts the shirt on and tells her to open the rest. Inside, she finds cigars, a lighter, and cigar scissors. He lights one up and mocks her, saying her ex might have taken her back with gifts like these. With cruel irony, he wishes her a happy Valentine's Day. Later, he apologizes for scaring her and asks for another chance. He tells her not to answer immediately, just think about it. Watching the travel ad looping on the elevator screen, he comments that the people in it look happy and promises to take her there one day. Annoyed by a flickering neon light, he smashes it with Jennifer's thermos. Then he realizes the ceiling panels must be removable for bulb replacements. Using the thermos, he breaks one open and tells Jennifer to give him a boost so he can climb out, promising he'll come back for her. Jennifer, pretending to agree, suggests it would be easier if he boosted her up instead, since she isn't strong enough to lift him. Suspicious, he warns she'll just escape and call the police. She sweet-talks him, saying all the right things, and he finally agrees. Jennifer climbs onto his shoulders and pulls herself out. Excited, he tells her where to find the ladder and the exit door. But when she turns back, she gives him the middle finger. Furious, he scrambles to follow. He ties pieces of clothing together and throws them over a beam to climb out. Jennifer is nearly at the door when he reaches her level and shouts that she'd better run, because now she's going to die. She screams for help as she opens the door, but he grabs her, and they both tumble back into the elevator, knocked unconscious. Jennifer wakes first. Spotting the fire sprinklers, she comes up with a new plan. She tries to trigger the alarm by lighting a cigar, but when that fails, she starts a small fire instead. Smoke fills the elevator, waking him. As he stirs, Jennifer punches him, breaking his nose, and ties him up with strips of clothing. He laughs, saying the fire alarm won't summon help. It'll just drench them and possibly electrocute them. Jennifer threatens to hurt him unless he confesses. She turns on her camera and records herself explaining everything that happened. Then she points it at him and demands his real name. He says his name is John Deakins and admits that he trapped them in the elevator on purpose. He even etched the markings on the wall. That Friday, while she wasn't looking, he used the key to stop the elevator. Jennifer forces him to confess to everything, kidnapping her, attacking her, and orchestrating the entire ordeal. When she asks why, John says he just wanted a date with her. If he'd asked her out normally, she would have rejected him. He explains that before becoming a security guard, he was an accountant at a major firm, a rising star. Then he shares the real story behind the woman from his earlier picnic tale. It was true, but it ended tragically. He missed an exit while driving drunk. The car flipped 7 times, and the woman died instantly. John served only 6 months in jail, using his wealth to minimize the sentence. When he got out, the only job he could find was as a night guard. After months of monotony, he wanted to feel like himself again, just for a while. Jennifer asks why he chose her, and he simply says, "Because you're great." By Monday, they're still trapped. Another guard, Eddie, arrives at the building with his new girlfriend to show her the rooftop view. When he can't find John, he checks the security monitors and sees John and Jennifer inside the stuck elevator. Eddie rushes to help, telling Jennifer he'll get them out. He pries the doors open with a crowbar, but before Jennifer can climb out, John suddenly knocks her out again. Pretending everything's fine, John tells Eddie he's okay and asks for his keys. When Eddie leans in to help, John turns on the elevator, slicing him in half. He knocks Jennifer out once more, carries her to his car, and locks her in the trunk. Then he returns to dispose of Eddie's body in uniform, cleans himself up, and puts on a fresh security outfit, complete with one of the cigars from her gift. Eddie's girlfriend wakes up and questions where he went. John kills her too and dumps her body down the elevator shaft. John then drives Jennifer's unconscious body to a remote area, preparing to dispose of her. He pours gasoline into a dumpster and, before opening the trunk, tells her softly that he still likes her and wishes things could have been different. Jennifer plays dead. When he turns his back to ignite the fire, she strikes him over the head, jumps into his car, and speeds off. Spotting a lit cigar in the ashtray, she suddenly reverses hard, ramming into John. He lands in the dumpster, dazed. Jennifer steps out, reignites the cigar, tosses it into the dumpster, and walks away as flames engulf him, burning John alive. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this.